Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright, hey guys. So real quick today I wanted to talk about America's Got Talent, which is not something I've ever really talked about except for minor mentions on this channel. Honestly, if you haven't watched the show, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Honestly, I wouldn't say this for a lot of shows, but I think it's one that has something for everyone. Really, if you just appreciate talent in general, you'll get a lot out of watching the show, because that's why I think it has a little bit more lasting appeal than some shows like American Idol, The Voice, or So You Think You Can Dance, all those specific one-path shows. Because this takes everything. And a lot of singers this season has juggling, dancing, whatever you want to do. People have come up and done some crazy things. And that's why I think it's really fun to watch for everyone. Just you can latch on to favorites, but at the same time you can appreciate all the talent. And this year the finals especially were really stellar. I think the final performances were some of the best ever. Pretty much everyone did great. I wanted to mostly talk about the winner, but we'll touch on some of the overall things. So it's pretty crazy. Brian Justin Crumb is actually who I thought it would be final two, Brian and Grace. That was my prediction. And personally, I thought Grace was my favorite throughout the season, and I was really glad to see her win. But I thought Brian probably deserved it more because he was stellar at every performance. But he came out on fourth, which was a little surprising. But sometimes when you're too good, it's almost like a curse, because then people don't feel the need to vote for you as much. And then in third place was John Dorenbos, who he was a magician. I didn't think he did great the finals. I thought it was pretty solid, but it's amazing he's had quite a following the whole season. And they said there was 1% difference between the final three and their final votes too, so that was crazy. The clairvoyance, which I was not a big fan of throughout the season. Like, I thought it was really cool what they did, but definitely did not think it was runner-up worthy. And I was really scared since it was under 1% difference between them and Grace. There was no way to know who had won at that point. So I was worried they were going to take it all. I thought they were the worst performance of the night on the finals. Sal, I'm glad he at least got to be in the top 5, because I thought he got done dirty by being put in the first spot. So that's always a big disadvantage when you have 10 people performing to try to get anywhere near the top. So I'm really impressed that he even made it to the top 5, and I'm glad he did. But I wanted to talk about Grace, and I think she is a star waiting to happen. I really hope it does take off for her, because honestly, she is super talented. You got to consider everything. I've always thought kind of her performances tend to start off kind of weak, but then they get really good. Like, you can always tell the nerves are really getting to her every performance, which is crazy considering how great she is. Considering how great she is at singing is one thing, but also consider the fact she wrote these songs, and these are really, when I go back and listen to them, I didn't even think about initially how brilliant they are. The construction of the songs she does, really well done. The progression of these songs, how it like amps up really great to give those great moments for the song. That takes some really good writing, and very impressive that she like put together songs. Everyone was an original that she performed. If you never heard anything from her, I'd recommend her audition and her final performance are actually my two favorites. I've been listening to them like nonstop. Yeah, I want to play her final performance and just watch and just point out the part I'm so obsessed with. There's a certain part where it just gets so good, and you might know what I'm talking about if you've seen it, but it's just like, oh yes. But I don't know, I love her style is really cool, and she just seems like a genuine person. I think that's a really big part of it too, of her as an act, is how genuine she comes across. Very humble, very humble. The way she reacted when she won, that shows everything right there, that raw emotion. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Alright, hey guys, so real quick today I wanted to talk about America's Got Talent, which is not something I've ever really talked about except for minor mentions on this channel. Honestly, if you haven't watched the show, I'd highly recommend checking it out. The
We'll watch the whole thing, but I want to point out when it really gets so good to me. And that shows you that, like, the star factor for me.
You see a girl in the hallway, and then you whisper to your friend.
And that's the thing, you can hear better if you're like listening to headphones on a computer.
You forgot what she looks like.
But the problem we've often had is listening to the TV. It's kind of hard to tell what she's saying for the first part of the song because of her style of singing in the beginning. She wrote the song.
I won't live in such a world, 'cause your punches and your names, all your jokes and stupid games, they don't work. They don't hurt. Watch them just go right through me, because they mean nothing to me. Try to change my shape, but baby, I'm not.
I like that a lot too, but that's not the moment. Even it's a really good progression in the song, though. Yes, pick it up. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the moment. Oh. Oh, so good.
No, they don't hurt. Watch them just go right through me, because they mean nothing to me. I'm not clay.
That is so nice, man. The feeling when that moment comes is just so good. Clay, a silly word. Like that, her voice is so good. It's like one of those voices where it's like almost the imperfections are used like intentionally, like the squeaking of the voice. It's like intended for a really good style. Like that's a really unique way of singing, and she pulls it off every time. It's just so good. It's so endearing. Is what it is. But yeah, definitely go. I'm not gonna watch the audition here, but the audition is definitely gives you an indication too. I Don't Know My Name, which is her audition song she did. I want that to be her first single. I really hope she does that, because that would be a great single. And I really hope she takes off and we hear her on the radio and stuff too. 'Cause, I mean, she definitely has the potential to be a Taylor Swift level star. It's just, you never know with these people, because sometimes you get such great talent, especially on America's Got Talent. You get this great talent, and then next year it's like everyone's forgotten about them already. I really hope this doesn't happen with her, because I think she's got something really special. So that being said, Brian Justin Crump, also check him out. Some of his performances on here, like Creep and Man in the Mirror, which was his final performance, was really cool. Really unique rendition on Man in the Mirror. I mean, he's got pure vocal, like objectively pure technical vocal talent. She's got something really special. It's an acquired taste, but it's definitely a special something. So, alright, that's that. Let me know what you guys thought if you watched America's Got Talent. We thought the results is, do you think Grace deserved to win? If not, who did you think should win? Or who did you expect to win? Something like that. So those were some really interesting results. That's the thing with, it's a very flawed way of doing the finals with 10 people. That there's a reason shows whittle it down to smaller numbers, because there's less room for error at that point. There's a lot of room for error having 10 people perform and then take it from 10 to 1. Really not a good way of doing it. I know they do it to hype up, and the results can be really spicy. But that's how you get some weak winners sometimes. But this one, despite it being so close in the end, got a really good winner still. So, I'm glad. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.